Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome to Endurance Racer. Or Enduro Racer, I suppose. But we are going to be playing a very old school game here, one from my childhood. It's going to be a pretty short Let's Play, guys, so let's get started, shall we? So you might be wondering, what exactly is Endurance Racer, or Enduro Racer as it's more commonly known. I already fucked up a little bit there. Enduro Racer is a... basically just get to the end of the 10th level and try not to fuck up too much, and it's not really a race, it's more just a race of endurance, hence the name, I suppose. But this is an old school game for me. As I've already mentioned plenty of times before, I grew up with the Master System, and this was one of the many games I grew up with on the Master System. Now, each stage lasts roughly about 40 seconds, maybe? A little bit less than that for some. And the goal is basically just to pass as many cars or many bikes as you can in a level. The more cars and bikes you pass, the more points you'll earn at the end of that level, and you can upgrade your your motorcycle, to go faster, jump higher, stuff like that. And this is basically how you get to the end of the endurance race. But that's the first level already done, and we're only about 2 minutes in. But we passed 8 cars, that means we get 8 points from that. Now, admittedly, there's not really much point in getting much at the moment, in terms of upgrades and stuff. I'd rather wait until I get to, like, stage 4. But yeah, as you can see here, we have Accelerator, which means you'll go faster, quicker, but you'll only, obviously, go to your top speed of 200. Handling means it will control slightly better. Tire, I'm not sure about. Engine, I believe, speeds you up, and suspension is in my opinion, the best thing to get in this game, as it makes you jump further, and honestly breaks the game in many ways. Item is essentially repair your bike, but as long as you don't go up to like 100, you're fine. So I don't really need anything right now. But we will probably need to upgrade, like I said, for level 4. Alright, so I need to stay about there. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so believe it or not, I never actually beat this game as a kid, even though it's pretty much piss easy. And I played it the other day. I was thinking, because this should be going up about 2 weeks before my 4th year anniversary, I needed 2 games that I could beat in... well, I needed 2 videos, essentially, for the last 2 weeks before my 4th year anniversary, and I couldn't think of a Let's Play that I could do in 2 parts, but I could think of 2 games I could do in 1 part each. So that is what we're going to be doing this week, and next week are both 1-part Let's Plays, both games from my childhood, otherwise I won't be doing them. And yeah, it's they're going to be short. This one's definitely the shortest of the 2, but again, I did have, like I said, childhood memories of this, so I can talk about those. Some of my earliest memories of playing this game, actually. Second stage done already, the desert. A bunch of different obstacles there to go past that could potentially cause a lot of damage to my vehicle. But that puts us on 15 points, which is nice. Again, don't need any upgrades yet. Saving that for the 4th level, so we can head to the 3rd. There is different music in this game as well. You're not just going to be listening to the same track over and over again, but to be honest, the track that you're listening to is actually pretty good. Definitely memorable for me. It's like, brings back feelings of nostalgia and all that. You know, time back in the day where breaths meant nothing to me. Oh, c'est la vie, those were the days. But yeah, you can, the other day when I was... The game only counts your actual in-race time. It doesn't, like, count the time in the, the menus and stuff. So, the other day I beat the game in 8 minutes and 3 seconds, I want to say. Something like that. I wish I'd have picked up the suspension now, actually, because I'm having to do all of these jumps at the moment, and that's getting a bit annoying. Obviously, the jumps are good for getting some height, but they do slow you down, sadly. If I go into the grass, or that green stuff, that is supposed to be grass, it basically slows me down, which is why I'm trying to avoid it. Yeah, as you can see, you do get a variation on the cars and the bikes, but they're all the same, pretty much, in the end. And I only passed 1 there. Fuck, that was terrible. Which wasn't bad, considering I've done all the races in less than a minute so far. So, next stage, we're going to pick the suspension. Now, oh fuck. Excuse me for a second. This stage actually has a gimmick to it where it's got water everywhere. If you go into the water, if you're going fast enough, you can drive over small sections of it. But if you go into the water with not top speed, you will sink, and it wastes a lot of time. By the way, guys, this is live. To be honest, I haven't done many post-com stuff recently. Everything's been live pretty much since I did Mega Man 4. Which isn't bad, really, considering I'm not particularly a good gamer. But as you can see, we're passing quite a few number of opponents here, so we will probably get a decent amount of points for this race. You can see how the suspension easily breaks the game. And to be honest, I would recommend only upgrading suspension overall in this game entirely. There you go. Passed 9 of those. Awesome. But I will actually need to get the suspension again for the next stage. Well, to be honest, I don't actually need to, but it's recommended. Or should I bother? Actually, no, I'm not going to bother upgrading the bike. This one, the mountain is a little bit more dangerous. You can fall off the edge of the cliffs here, as you can probably tell. There's so many rocks where you can damage your car. Your bike. But as long, oh fuck, got a little bit of damage there. As long as you've got plenty of time here, you should be okay. My advice is don't worry too much about. Fuck! There you go. That's did 10 damage right there. My advice for this stage is try not to focus too much on getting points and stuff. Just try and avoid taking damage. And don't worry about the time. You should have plenty of time to beat this level. So unfortunately, you know, I love this game, don't get me wrong. As I said, this was an early childhood game for me, probably playing this from like the age of 3. But there's really not much to it once you actually beat it. I mean, you can go back and try and beat your own time. I mean, it's a good. The best way I can put it is this is a good speedrunning game. You can have the entire game beat in under 10 minutes. You know, you can learn the intricacies of the game, what to upgrade, what not to upgrade, and there you go, level stage clear. Now, from what I understand, in the Japanese release, there was actually 10 different stages. In this release, which is the everywhere else release, whatever, unfortunately, the only upgrades, the only stages are the first 5, and they basically just repeat them. So we go back to the first level. I don't think there's any difference other than the fact that I think we now have to face other bikers instead of people on instead of people in cars. Now be careful though, because they are. I did have some problem with these guys the other day. They were very aggressive on the road with me. So, like this guy, for instance, one of them drove straight into me and killed me. So you know, fuck that guy in particular. As you can see, I'm actually driving on grass here, but it still technically classifies me as driving on the pavement or the road, whatever. I drive it. Fuck! I was trying to get around him. Thankfully, it doesn't really count much towards losing like points and stuff if you do get driven over. But as I said, they do tend to get a little bit more aggressive now in the second half of the game. Do like the music though. I know there's not many tracks you've heard yet, but all of the tracks in the game, the different pieces of music, they are pretty good. Alright, past 14 of the fuckers there. I should also point out that now things will get a lot more expensive. As you can see, everything's gone up double. The first 3 now cost 10 points, and these cost 20. So yeah. Again, I'm saving my upgrades for now. So I don't really need them yet. I said that there's absolutely no difference as far as I can tell in terms of the courses, so as soon as you've done the course once, you know what you're doing. Oh fuck, I think my tires have gone. I think something's gone anyway. Yes, something has definitely gone on this old beast, I think. It's making some weird noises. May actually have to go and get this fixed at the end of this race. I think it's because I'm not upgraded, and generally not the best idea to leave it unupgraded for so long. Still, level beat without too many problems. Alright, pass another 12 there, that's not bad. Definitely thinking I should showcase the suspension here. We'll leave the tire as it is, just in case I was, well, essentially seeing things. I only got fucking 1 on this stage last time, so I want to improve that a little bit. Hopefully I should get a lot more points this time. I already got 1. There was a 2, okay. It's already paid for itself. I think this is a new track that was supposed to play last time. I think it's sometimes random which one plays. Which is odd, when you think about it. Yeah, as you can see, suspension absolutely breaks the game. It's ridiculous. Literally have nothing to say right now because it's just so fucking easy to do this now. I've got to have passed at least 15 at this point. There you go, stage already clear. Like I said, the suspension... Yeah, I got 15. The suspension is overpowered so badly in this game, it's ridiculous. Alright, so how many points did we get there? I got 15, so yeah. We can afford to get suspension again for the next stage. Always come into, like, the best thing I can advise you to do with this game is always come into the water level with suspension. It will make your job so much easier. You can see these. I do kind of want to showcase the. Oh, I should also point something else out. If you crash, you will lose any power-ups you have for that level. Also, the power-ups do not continue on to the next stage. They only last for 1 level each. So bear that in mind when you're upgrading. You haven't got that upgrade forever, just for that one race. Oh, I nearly crashed into him, but thankfully I managed to avoid it in the end. Yep, saw that happening. And now it's going to get interesting. Unfortunately, it also cancels out... Oh, I was right at the end. It also cancels out the music as well, and it will play the normal track. Oh, past 16 though, that's pretty good. Alright, so we've got one more race left, believe it or not, we're almost at the end of this Let's Play already. At 37, I wish I'd have gotten a few more, but I'll take it. Alright, so I wanna fix my car. Alright, I'm down to 44, which isn't bad, but I wish I could have fixed it entirely. You know what, we'll try a tire, because it's the last stage, we may as well. I've got 90 seconds, I've got plenty of time to complete this level. Like I said, with this one, just take your time, don't rush. Like I said, it's not a race to get past everybody, and there's nothing else to do after this anyway, so it doesn't matter how many of these guys I pass. Oh fuck. Quit my car, yeah. The rocks will basically damage you 4 points, I think it is. It's basically crashing, which costs you 10, which is definitely the most... the thing you gotta worry about the most in this game. And yeah, you can pull wheelies, by the way. I don't think there's any point to it. I think it's just, you know, there for decoration, essentially. Yeah, fuck. So that happening. I didn't crash this much in practice the other day. I haven't played the game in about 15 years. But we're starting off with the music we started with, so there's that at least. This has always been that one course for me. The water used to be as a kid, well, when I was really young, but then, you know, I got a little bit older and, oh, fuck. Let's say if you get to 100 damage, your bike is going to explode, but I don't think we've got much of the stage left. Yeah, there we go. Game beaten. Alright, only past 8, I'm not too fussed about that. 8:47, I don't think it's as fast as my time the other day, sadly. Congratulations, you successfully completed all the stages in a record time of 8 minutes and 47 seconds and 48 milliseconds, whatever. Enduro is a symbolic journey through life via the media of a race. The results are insignificant, and what really counts is competing. Of particular importance are the lessons to be learned concerning oneself from the various encounters you experience along the way. There is no victory or loser in the test of the endurance. The only thing that really matters is that you make a commitment to begin that long and trying trek. This game is then dedicated to all the life riders who have started out on a solitary trip to find their own individual limits. Last but not least, may we sincerely congratulate you on a perfect run. The end. A very strange little eulog, whatever you call it there at the end. But there's no credits. But you know what? I'll just stay on the screen for now, and it's a fun little game. If you got 5-10 minutes spare, you know, boot up your Master System, emulator, games, consoles, whatever the hell you got, give it a try. It's fun. Like I said, 1987, it's good for the time. Oh, I'm not starting, this is the demo playing, by the way. Music's good, graphics are pretty good for the time. It's just, imagine having to pay full price for this thing back in the day. For a 10-minute game, essentially, it's ridiculous. And yeah, I'll see you next week with the next one part of the Let's Play, and the week after that, obviously, we have the 4-year anniversary, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and until next time, sayonara.